Good morning, Mr. Chiarelli.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. This is a great opportunity to answer many of the questions that are on voters' minds. Talk to us about property taxes.
We all know that New Jersey's property taxes are the highest in the nation. What we need is a new school funding formula. The current formula is 13 years old and it's unfair. It's the reason why the owner of $1 million home in Jersey City or Hoboken pays less in property taxes than the owner of a $400,000 home in Toms River, my hometown of Hillsborough, or Parsippany. And so my new formula will provide a flatter and more equitable distribution of state aid to schools. And in so doing, we can lower property taxes. And I promise New Jersey that with my new formula, we won't leave any student behind, we won't leave any community behind, and we won't adversely affect the quality of our great educational system.
We often hear that New Jersey is unaffordable for many people. How would you address this?
What we have in New Jersey is what I refer to as the great struggle. Young people struggle to get started here. The working poor struggles to find the middle class. The middle class struggles to get ahead. Our seniors struggle to retire here. People struggle to own and operate a business here. We need to fix that. And I have some very specific ideas on how to reform our tax code to make it easier on people. For example, for young people, let's let them deduct student loan interest on their New Jersey tax return. For first-time home buyers, let's let them deduct the interest on their mortgage if they meet certain income requirements. For our senior citizens, I think all retirement income should be tax-free, just like it is in Pennsylvania. And I'm proposing that we freeze property taxes for all senior citizens once they hit age 65.
New Jersey's business climate is ranked the worst in the country. What reforms would you try to implement?
It's one of the reasons why New Jersey is #1 in the nation in out-migration, more people leaving than coming in. It's the reason why business after business is fleeing New Jersey. We saw this recently in Bergen County, where Nabisco, after 63 years, left, and no longer will you smell Oreo cookies being made. It took 600 jobs with it. We need to make New Jersey a much more compelling and dynamic place to do business. For big business, we need to adopt Delaware's bylaws for corporate governance, and we need to cut the corporate tax rate in half over a 5-year period. For small business, I believe we should make the first $50,000 of business income tax-free and make the gain on the sale of a family-owned business, mom and pop shops on Main Street, tax-free. That'll help entrepreneurship take off.
Crime is up across our state. What are your plans to address it?
As governor, I and my attorney general will back the men and women in blue every single day of the week. Unfortunately, Governor Murphy has handcuffed, disarmed, and demoralized our police, our state police, our local police, our county police. Their job has never been harder, and they need to know that their leadership has their back. What we saw in New Jersey this year is something we've never, ever seen before. Flash mobs and curfews along our Jersey shore. Why? Because cops aren't allowed to do their job. That won't be the case under Governor Chiarelli.
Parents are very concerned about the public school curriculum. What are your plans for schools?
They are rightfully concerned. There have been a lot of changes made to the public school curriculum by Phil Murphy that parents don't like at all. I think we need to get back to basics in teaching life skills. I don't think we should be teaching gender identification and sexual orientation in kindergarten. I don't think that we should be teaching explicit sex acts in middle school. I think there are some conversations that are best left to the kitchen table between parents and their children. I also think that we need to have greater emphasis on vocational training. Not all children need to go to college. Not all children want to go to college. There are a great many job openings across New Jersey, middle-class, well-paying jobs that New Jerseyans could fill if only they were pointed in the right direction. We need to help those children that don't want to go to college, don't need to go to college, get on a career path. We have to make people feel confident they can achieve their American dream here. With all the changes I have in mind for New Jersey, I'm confident we get people feeling that way again.